Hello there, welcome to this channel. My name is Carolina Mar, and today we are going to talk about the new moon in Scorpio, okay, that is happening in the 13th of November 2023. We are going to see a lot of aspects of this new moon and what kind of changes this will bring for every one of us in our individual self. And also we are going to talk about mundane astrology, okay, and how this is going to affect the world, okay. So I invite you all to subscribe and share. Thank you all who can give me your thumbs up. You help me to make this channel to grow, and I will be leaving here around the screen the website, so you can contact us if you want your birth chart, your solar revolution, your moon revolution, or you want your tarot reading, okay. So I invite you all to be paying attention to my astrological reports that I've been presenting every week in this channel, okay. So we are going to see first mundane astrology, social astrology, okay, and what this new moon will invite us to see in terms of the world and everything that is happening right now. You know, we are living right now in a moment that is really complicated. It's a moment of a lot of changes, big changes that are happening, okay, and astrologically speaking, we are going to see a lot and more changes, because we are having right now like a window in between the 23, 24, 25, 26 that is going to be making a shift of the paradigm of the world and the humankind. So it's a really interesting moment, because every one of us in our own astrological individuality, we are going to be challenge every time in terms of make the changes that are necessary for us to adapt or to go with the flow with these changes and everything that is going to be happening in the world, okay. So I'm going to show you some of the big aspects of this moon, okay. I don't want to make this video so long, okay, and then I will make also another video where we are going to talk about the entrance of Mercury in Sagittarius and Venus in Libra, and how you can take this energy and what this means, okay, and the connection that Mars will be having with the Sun on the 18th of November, okay. So let's see some aspects that are really important, okay, for this moment astrologically speaking, and we are going to start with social astrology or mundane astrology, okay. The first thing we have to know here is that we have an ascendant in Capricorn in this chart of the moon, okay. It's taking place with this ascendant, and this is a horizon sign, okay. This is Capricorn, okay, and Capricorn is talking about all the structures that the world have, you know, the structures, maybe the administrations of the countries, maybe the structures where the ideologies or the economies or the social beings were made or were conceived, you know, are the structures where every one of us build something and maybe build our identities in the past. So now the ascendant in Capricorn with Pluto here as the big actor of this movie, you know, is talking about the big changes, the big, we are seeing a lot of situations and structures around the world that are falling down, economies that are going to be falling down, governments that are going to be falling down, structures as, I don't know, buildings, structures as I don't know, maybe some kind of earthquakes, you know, the earth is broken. Also we are going to see a lot of situations about big storms complicating everything, you know, and earth with water. This make like these situations where the earth is like falling down, and this could take all the houses and the places that are near these kind of places that have this situation. So we are seeing a lot of a lot of things that are happening with our ecosystem, the climate change, you know, and this is like The climate change, it has to be, or is related with the situation that at the same time that we are going to be changing or shifting the paradigm about the human kind and how is conceived the life until this point on, we also have to reconsider, and have this big shift also in our awareness of the nature and the earth that is our home. Okay, and the earth is pronouncing a big, I think it's kind of, the earth is screaming, with all these events that are happening. Okay, that something is not working between us, the humans and the earth, the nature, because we kind of destroy everything. Okay, so now the earth is screaming, is showing us the power that the nature really have, and it's a moment of big changes. So like I said, Pluto is saying to us, okay, this is the moment where all these structures where you build your reality, this is going to be falling down. Okay, and it's a moment of tension, because you can see here that Pluto is in a sextile with Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is at home in Pisces, so it's really strong. Okay, and is in the house 3. The house 3 is talking about all the things that happen in the streets, in the roads, with traveling, with our neighbor countries, and is also talking about the communications. It's talking about a commercial relationship in between countries. Okay, and Neptune is going to bring a lot of chaos in this aspect, because Neptune is in social astrology the planet of the chaos, the complots, the fraud, I don't know, the things that are kind of not so clear. So maybe this is going to be showing us a lot of things that have been done with not so much truth, and is going to be showing us a lot of things that we didn't see as they really are, and now we are like opening our eyes, and seeing some truths here. Also, it's a moment where we have to be really care with the traveling. Maybe if you travel like boats, water, or everything that has to be with the rivers, the sea, because Mars is kind of connecting here with a trine with Neptune, and is going to be making some kind of violent strength in everything that has to be with storms, rains, the seas, the water, and everything that has to be with these travels that could be really complicated, having a lot of issues, because they are going to be showing us, the nature is going to be showing us things that are going to be difficult. Okay, so also we have here, as you can see, like I said, Neptune is in the house 3, and the house 3 also talks about the streets. The streets, I mean, like situations that we are going to see happening in different countries, that people, masses of people that are going to be maybe reclaiming something in the streets, manifestations. Okay, we are seeing this all around the world in different places right now, but this is like kind of increasing. Okay, this kind of agitation, social agitation, is going to be increasing, and we are going to see a lot of crises, and this crisis will manifest in the streets. Okay, in the streets, in the public places, like it's kind of the people, that is seeing that these structures are falling, and the reality is changing for every one of us, especially in situations related with economies and decisions that the leaders of the world are making right now. And I see here that people is going to be taking the streets, and this is going to be getting kind of chaotic, so we kind of expect a lot of movements in the streets. We have to think also that in astrology everything talks about processes. Okay, it's not something that maybe are some things that are going to be happening in that day specifically, or days before, days after. Okay, but specifically the new moon or the full moon always talk about chapters that opens for the next 6 month. Okay, so this is kind of a door that it is opening here, and we are going to see a lot of these things that I am speaking about in the next process of time in this 6 month. Okay, so also we are going to talk about this aspect of Chiron, okay, in the house 4. Okay, it's getting here. Okay, Chiron in Aries, and it's getting in the house 4. The house 4 is talking about the identity of belonging of the nations, the sense of being of your nation, you know, like, I don't know, maybe being German, being French, being, you know, wherever you are in the world. But this is the Chiron is talking about some wound, something that is painful, and it will touch these identities of belonging of the citizens and the population in their conception of that nation, that ideologies, that I don't know, um, that the laws, maybe also, okay, of all the things that conforms or contain what it means to be from that country or from that place. That sense of patriotism, you know, of defending your flag, you know. And I see here that a lot of countries are going to be, a lot of citizens, the people are going to be like feeling that that sense of belonging is kind of falling down. And maybe you are going to say, okay, but this didn't mean to be no say, an American people. This American identity was different, you know, and now what is happening to us, you know, and that is going to be something that will affect a lot of countries and places around the world. Okay, so we are going to see also the moon as it is, this kind of connection. In every new moon we have the moon in conjunction with the sun. Okay, so it's kind of a sense that they are sharing some ideas, but also every time we talk about a conjunction, we are talking about an aspect of tension, because the moon and the sun are fighting for being the first, or for who has the power here, you know. So here we are going to see the moon in social or mundane astrology talks about the people, okay, the citizens, the population, okay, and the sun is talking about the leaders, okay, the leaders of the nations, okay, the people who take those decisions, okay. And we are going to see a lot of conflicts in every aspect that has to be related to the parliaments, you know, where the laws are discussing, or where these groups of people, the leaders, have their discussions and decides for the future of the nations or their societies. Okay, we are going to see here a lot of agitation, we are going to see here a lot of confrontation, we are going to see here discussions, we are going to see here you know, like Mars has the energy of the war, has the energy of conflict. Mars is passing by through everywhere that Mars is touching the places, you know. Mars is always like putting something like in action, you know, and turning on, you know, fire here. So here we are seeing a lot of confrontations in between the citizens and the populations with their leaders. Okay, and that is the same that I speak or spoke here with Neptune in the third, because again, people will take the streets to show to the leaders their discontent. Okay, and now we see here the same thing. Okay, and lots of discussions, as I said, in these kind of aspects, you know, of the parliaments, the senate, all those who are having the discussions that then or later will represent you. Okay, and we have here, as I said, these identities that will be feeling, okay, the people, the citizen, are going to be feeling like the leaders don't represent them as they want or as they expect. Okay, so we see here this new moon is in a really strong and big conflict with Uranus. Okay, with Uranus. Uranus is the planet of revolution, is a the planet of the changes that come like some way where we maybe don't expect them, you know. Uranus is kind of it's an energy that is kind, you know, like a big storm that happens suddenly and you didn't expect that, you know. So Uranus is a strong and it's a planet of conflicts also. And if you see here, we have Mars in opposition to Uranus. So these are two energies that have a lot of I don't know, a lot of color, or you know, like identities that are so conflictive and so like warriors, you know, and they are in an opposition, they are fighting, okay, they are fighting. So this is saying to us that something needs to be changed right now, okay, in the way that we've been seeing results, okay, in every country and in the world, especially with all the things that are related with this situation of conflicts and war, okay. And Uranus in the other side is saying, okay, something needs to be changed and renew, and if you don't prepare, and if you don't take the decisions that are necessary right now, I will put everything in conflict, everything, I will put everything shake, you know, I will be making so much noise and so much you know, like discomfort, you know. It's like in those places where we had our comfort zone, now we are going to be feeling discomfort. So Uranus is saying the change is necessary and you cannot avoid it. So if you try to avoid it, okay, we are going to be having this fire in the other side. We have to understand also that Scorpio, the sign where this new moon is happening, the ruler here is Mars. So Mars is at home. So it's kind of twice as strong, you know, this energy of war and confrontation. And also, the modern ruler of Scorpio is Pluto. And Pluto, again, is demolition, transformation, is you know, like the all the falling down of things or the structures, you know, like Pluto is kind of revealing all the things that are dirty, that are like, you know, kind of old for the world that we are going in the next chapter, you know. So something that is interesting here is also this south lunar node. I spoke about this in another video, but this south lunar node in Libra, okay, and Libra is a sign of conciliation, the peace. Libra wants to like make pact deals, agreements, you know, and now we are seeing this south lunar node in the 10th house that represents the governments of the world. And the south lunar node is talking about something that we need to close from the past and the old ways that we've been relating to each other, okay. And this is like a door that is closing forever, okay. So I see here that all the situations in between countries and leaders are going to be getting more and more conflictive and like in kind of you know, like discussions and, you know, things that are related with the energies of Mars, okay. We also have here the black moon in the house 8, and the black moon is kind of fear, is kind of the way that the darkness that is taking some place. And the 8th house is talking about the cemeteries, death, you know, and debt also of the countries. So I see here that is going to be a lot of energy around the situation of countries or leaders are going to be threatening each other, you know, like I will do that and I will do this, and you know, like this energy that will put everyone in a situation of fear, you know. And also in terms of issues I think maybe countries that have debt, with other countries or something like that, and especially with taxes also. Okay, be paying attention in all the issues that are related to your economy, your finances, because the taxes are going to be flowing to the roof. Okay, and here this is an opposition with Saturn. Saturn is right now in the house 2, and the house 2 is related with the economics and the finances of the world, the economics and the finances and the structures of finances of the countries. Okay, and Saturn is restriction. Saturn is here coming to like to build a big wall, and saying, okay, I will restrict you all. I will make you reconsider how you are using your finances, how you are investing, what are you doing with these aspects. And I think here we are going to see a lot of economies of different countries in different places that are going to be in shock. In shock. And this is something that is recently starting. And I want to hear you to hear this and pay attention. This crisis, this economic and financial crisis for the world, is recently started. Okay, so let's talk about now some aspects of this moon, but for your own evolution. Okay, for your own evolution. And I will say this, you can see here. Okay, we are going to check out Uranus here. Okay, and we are going to see something that is really important here, that I think this new moon for every one of us in our individuality is talking about something that we need, because the sun is your vital energy and the moon are your emotions, the way that you feel secure, and Mars is take action to something. So this is a moment where every one of us in our individuality, we need to seed something here. We need to make like put a seed in the ground, in the earth, and because every new moon is a time for us to seed something, new wishes, something that you want, some desires that you have. Okay, maybe, but here this is talking about that we are going to need to be like having an idea of the changes that we need to make in our lives in that Scorpio area and the Toro areas, okay, of your life. I invite you all to go to check your birth chart. If you don't have your birth chart, remember that you can write us to the school and you can have your personalized session, okay, and you can know everything that is your structure, as astrologically speaking. So, like I said, what changes do you need to do right now in your life? What changes you are seeing, you are feeling that you need to make in your life? Okay, and this is the moment where something that you may be being like, I've been thinking about doing this, changing this or that, but maybe you've been taking your time, okay, to decide. But now this new moon is kind of, like something that is going to be pushing us with this martial energy is pushing you, to the I don't know, to the door, and you have to make that step and get out to a new phase, to a new beginning, to a new chapter of your life. It's kind of, you have to let go all these past things that were your comfort zone, and now it's like you have to make this jump, and it's kind of, we are over of, we don't have more, don't have much time. We cannot sitting around and thinking about it, and taking that. Is the moment where you need to say, okay, I need to do this and I need to start now, and I will see this in my life, and I will kind of, okay, this is taking place, okay, and you can make a ritual about this, like having a candle, having your desires written down, the way that you maybe are related with your higher self and your conscience, your awareness, okay, your wisdom, your interior wisdom. Okay, this is kind of something that is happening for all the people that are awakened. Okay, so it's important that you say to yourself, I need to go profound and deeply with this change, with this energy, with the aspect of my life that I need to change. And this is the moment. It's right now. You cannot be sitting around and being procrastinating your life anymore, because Mars is right there, you know, with the sun and the moon making this kind of conjunction. And this is getting so strong, the energy of getting in action, put yourself in movement, go for it. Okay, this is the time. And remember, you are putting a seed in the ground, and you are going to see the outcomes, you know, the manifestations in the process of the next 6 months. Okay, so it's not something that, okay, I will do this and tomorrow I will see everything like renew in my life. It's not that kind of things. Okay, it's important that you being realistic with this kind of energy. Okay, so, and how is that you are going to be noticing that you cannot wait more time. You don't have more time. You have to do this change now because of this opposition, okay, in between the moon, sun, and Uranus in Tauro, because Uranus is going to be shaking your life in such a way, you know, that you are going to be feeling like the floor is moving. And if you don't make this jump, if you don't get out of your comfort zone will be shaking, and you are going to be feeling like, okay, I can stand here. I can stand here anymore, you know? So stop trying to make like your balance, you know, and if you didn't already have your mental programming, you know, like changing, going to there, the reality is going to confront you, and you will not have other choice. So it's a really big, interesting, and important moment for all of us, not only in our individuality, as I said, also is a really important time for the world, because for the world is the same thing. Something is going to be changing because something is kind of unstoppable right now. And if we don't take our step, and if we don't move forward, um, the earth is going to be shaking so hard that we are going to feel like everything is falling apart, and we are like getting lost in this kind of mix up things and energies. Okay, so um, this is kind of the energy of this new moon, but you have to understand also that every new moon is a promise for you. It's a promise for your life, you know, and it's a promise that everything that you decide today, you decide to seed with you, this new moon in your life, in your purpose, in your job, with your family, with your relationships, in those areas where you have a Scorpio and where you have Tauro. Okay, which are those areas in your life? There is something that if you move and go with the flow, if you don't reject this, you will see those changes, you know, like appearing, manifesting in your life in the next months. Okay, so I hope this information helped you, and I will be reading your comments. Thank you for all who subscribe and share, and we see in the next video.